coming up next, I'm giving y'all this prison story about an inmate who only played by his own rules and showed complete dominance in a pod full of monsters. Stay tuned to the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show.
It's JS Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim.
Oh, hell nah, man. Hell nah. You tripping, man. I've been in this cell the last 10 months. This my cell. This my bunk. I got the bottom bunk, man. You tripping. Oh, you gonna get out that bunk or I'm gonna beat you out that bunk. What it's gonna be, old man? You better choose wisely. I ain't playing. Get out the bunk now. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Alright, now, before we break it down, because I got a crazy story for y'all today, we're going to talk about a little something I like to call coming to terms. Accepting the fact when you meet your match in prison. And what do I mean by that? Now, you could be the biggest and you could be the baddest bully in prison. But one day, you will meet your match. And when that day comes, what are you going to do? Are you going to humbly accept it? Or are you going to keep kicking up until you gone? Y'all know what I mean. Now, normally in a prison, only the toughest survive. So you might have 2-man bunks and cells, but best believe, even if they assign that person to the top bunk, if they want that bottom bunk, it's going to be a rumble over it. Now, bed assignments don't necessarily mean anything in prison. If you're assigned to a cell, that's just it. And it's up to the 2 inmates to decide who gets the top and who gets the bottom bunk. Normally, the bottom bunk is preferential. Now, you'll have a lot of old timers saying they can't climb up and they back and this and that. And now, if you 60 plus and you're not in the greatest shape, you might get that off. But if you in pretty decent shape, ain't nobody gonna pity you. Nah, you did the crime, you in here, you gotta do the time. And the time is, right now, you climbing your ass up on that top bunk before you get beat down, old man. Ain't nobody playing with you. So, it don't matter how long you in the cell, because now, mind you, some inmates get the opportunity to occupy a cell by themselves for months. Months, people. How cruel is that? You get used to being in a cell by yourself. The whole time, you see that bunk up there empty. You know that one day, somebody gonna get up there on that top bunk. But the whole time, you in that cell chilling like it's your personal kingdom. And then one day, the correctional officers burst your bubble and they walk an inmate right on down your cell and they call you to the store and say, lock up. You're getting a new cellie. Back up to the wall. And they let him in. And you look up. And it's a monster. He's 3 times your size and weight. This guy looked like he could thrash you. Toss you all over the cell. And guess what, people? Guess what? As soon as he walks in, he's going to assert his dominance. And that means from the rip, he going to let you know, I got that bottom bunk. Now, like I said, you could go the whole route of explaining your age and your ailments and you've been there for 10 months or a year and, you know, that's your cell, this and that. And depending on the temperament of the monster, you just might receive a beatdown because there is not gonna be a negotiation. Oh no. When a monster walks in your cell and tells you he got the bottom bunk, it is what it is. Now, if you could do something about it, jump. You feeling froggy, leap. But if not, If you don't want to get unalived in that cell or beat brutally, you're going to climb up to that top bunk. That's just what it is in prison, y'all. Don't let none of these gangsters fool you and tell you they was the hardest. Yeah, they might have had connections so nobody touched them and nobody bothered them. But don't let nobody tell you without connections in prison you're going to survive. Because it's just not true. I don't care if you're 200 pounds, you're going to get checked. Believe that. Now, what's another Wednesday? Usual suspects over there on the gate doing what they do, catcalling. Now, today is only a handful of inmates coming into the prison because there are only a handful of cells with available bunks. So about 6 inmates will come on in, and right away from the rip, everybody noticed one inmate he wasn't a new inmate. This guy's name was Kid Cloudkicker. That's what they called him. Yeah, y'all heard me. Kid Cloudkicker. Now, supposedly, the meaning behind his name was that this guy used to kick people in the head so hard, you see clouds before he knock you out. Something like that. Supposedly, this guy know capoeira or some crazy shit, and he just be going in. And he's a monster, y'all. So, let's speed things along a little bit, because I know that's what y'all came for. There's an inmate by the name of Larry Left Hands. I might have mentioned him in a previous story. Now, Larry wasn't no slouch himself. You could say Larry was a goon. And Larry, pretty much took over his cell. He didn't care who came in there. It was always his cell. Now, he had an available bunk. They put Cloudkicker up in his cell. So right away, everybody knew it was fitting to be a problem. Larry wasn't going to go for it because they knew Cloudkicker wasn't going to go for it. Larry knew he was going to have a problem. So right away, he went and got a banger from one of his people in the pod. And he kept it on him. So when he went back to that cell, he wasn't not strapped. So, y'all, Larry went on back to that cell, and he saw a dude taking everything off of the bottom bunk, all the sheets and the covers and all that stuff, taking all that stuff off and balling it up. And Larry like, hey, dude, what you doing on my bunk? What you doing on my stuff, man? What you doing? Now, dude didn't even move the mattress. He just took the sheets and stuff off, balled them up, took the mattress from the top bunk, put it down there on the bottom bunk, and threw the sheets and stuff up there on the metal grate on the top. So pretty much he just robbed dude from the rip for his mattress. And he took the bottom bunk, started putting his stuff on it. He's like, this is my bunk now. What? My name is Cloudkicker, and this is my bunk now. Supposedly that's what he told him. He's like, nah, man, that's not going to fly. That ain't how we do things around here, man. I've been here for the last year. This is my cell, man. You don't just do no shit like that. You moving my stuff. What you putting your hands on my stuff for? Now, Cloudkicker ain't paying him no attention. He all up in Larry locker. Like, man, what you got up in here? All up in his stuff. Pulling out his sodas, cracking them open, eating the honey buns. Larry just standing there looking like, man, what is you doing? What is you doing, man? Yo, I'm telling you, man, stop touching my stuff. This ain't gonna work out. Yo, I got to get the CO. This ain't gonna work out, man. You can't be touching my stuff, and you can't have the bottom bunk. And now Cloudkicker looked at him like, hey, nigga, you hear me ask you any questions? You hear me ask you, can I have the bottom bunk? You hear me ask you, can I have your commissary? I ain't asked you nothing. It is what it is. Now, if you want it back, come get it in blood, punk. And Larry's like, all right, man, say less. I'll be back. Now, Larry hurried up and get up out of that cell. He's scared as hell. Larry going to tell somebody. He trying to get some backup. See if anybody want to go back him up and run up in the cell and drag old boy out of there and do something to him. But ain't nobody down for that. Everybody know dude's reputation. Like, chill, like, you gonna get kicked in the head. Like, leave it alone, Larry. Leave it alone. You gonna get kicked in the head, Larry. You gonna be brain dead. And Larry like, man, now, fuck that, man. Man, he went in my locker, man. He ate my honey buns and drank my soda, man. He took my bunk and my mattress, man. You don't do that to a man. You don't do that to nobody up in prison, man. Who he think he is? Nah, man, bump that. If y'all ain't gonna help me, I'll do it myself. I do it all by myself. Shit. Now, by the time Larry made his way back up to that cell, man, the cell looked completely different. Cloudkicker done rearranged everything. He done took Larry's TV, put it the way he wanted. He done took all Larry's commissary, put it in his locker. All of his personal stuff, he done put it in the corner of the cell somewhere. Like Larry was a little kid that he's allowing to live there. And Larry walked up in the cell like, hey man, what you do, man? Where all my stuff at? What stuff? You mean my stuff? Nah, man, I ain't going for all that, man. Nah, we gonna have to fight when these doors lock. We gonna have to fight tonight, man. I ain't going for all that. And Cloudkicker like, oh yeah, word. Oh, that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you really want. I bet. Say no more. Say no more. When these doors lock, your ass is mine, buddy. Your ass is mine. And I'm gonna kick you right in your head. Yeah. You're like, yeah, alright. You ain't doing nothing like that. You ain't doing none of that. You wanna give my stuff back and my bunk. I don't know who you think you are. Come take it now then. What you waiting for? Come take the bunk back now then. Yeah, you ain't about nothing. I heard you out there trying to recruit, trying to get people to come and run down on me. Why don't you come do it yourself? You big, you bad, right? Larry. Now Larry in his feelings right about now. Because everything that Cloudkicker just said was true. He was out there trying to get people to run down on him. He's scared to do it by himself. He got that little poker in his pocket, and he can't wait to get close enough to try and poke him up. But Cloudkicker have been poked plenty of times, y'all. And little do Larry know, he likes it. Yeah. Because he turns into a different kind of animal when you start poking him. When he sees his own blood, the red stuff, when he sees it, it's like ammunition for his brain. He goes crazy on his ops. So, well, Larry gonna find out the hard way. Larry just couldn't listen to reason. Everybody told Larry, just leave it alone, Larry. Just leave it alone. But now, to Larry's defense, supposedly, every time he went up to that cell, it was kind of like torture. Imagine being in a cell where you have been the ruler for the last year and somebody completely takes it over. They walk in the cell, they ain't taking their shoes off. Or they snatch your bunk. They snatch your TV. They snatch all your commissary and expect you to sit there on a cold, hard bunk all night and do nothing about it. And if you do nothing about it, it's going to keep happening month after month after month. Until you know it, years have passed by and you be getting punked out. So, Larry Left Hands, he had to do something. He had to. Win, lose, or draw, he had to do something, y'all. And I gotta give it to Larry. He got all the respect in the pod. Everybody in the pod respected him. Everybody respected his decision to make it happen. He wasn't going out like no punk. But the key word is, people, going out. Yeah. Well, we gonna get into it, though. Now, Larry out in the day room explaining the altercation that just happened to a couple of his homies. And they all looking at him like he crazy. Like, yo, you really gonna fight that dude? You told him that? Yeah, man. I told him when the door's locked, it's on. We fighting tonight. Win, lose, or draw, I got to get my respect. Dude ain't gonna keep chumping me, man. I've been sleeping on that hard metal, on that bunk for days now. He took my mattress, man. Nah, man. They're like, well, dang. It's been days now, you let it go on, like, you know what I mean? Like, but you really gonna fight him? And you're like, yeah, man, yeah. So, right then, the bell rang pretty much like school. And that's the bell to let us know that we got about a good 15 minutes before lockdown. So, that's normally when people go and make their last minute trades and movements and such. Excuse me. So, Larry doing the same thing. Only Larry is going around still last minute trying to recruit. He's trying to get people to back him up, to help him out, because he knows he gonna need help even after those doors pop. So he assumed. And everybody's still telling him the same thing. Nah, Larry, you on your own. We don't want no smoke with dude. Dude crazy. Nah, we don't want no smoke with him. Even 3 of us can't handle him. Nah, I'm good. So Larry like, alright, whatever then, alright, forget y'all chumps then, man. Forget y'all, man. And they're like, yo, Larry, good luck, man. Good luck. Just don't get kicked in the head, Larry. And they all like laughing and stuff like, this nigga's stupid. He gonna go up there and do some dumb shit and get knocked out. So, Larry head on back up to the cell. And he's taking the long route. Meaning, he was right there by the steps that would have led right up there closest to his cell. But he walked the whole length of the day room, went up the back end steps, and walked the whole length of the tier to get to his cell. Acting like he was just saying what's up to people and this and that. But nah, Larry is contemplating what he got himself into. Larry don't want to lock in that cell. Because Larry knows something bad fitting to happen to him. You don't just use those kind of words in prison. Tell somebody when the door is locked, it's on. Because it's really on. Now, when you feel like you can't trust your cellmate, it's on sight. As soon as those doors lock, you got to take care of him. You got to get him out the way real fast before you close your eyes and go to sleep for the night. Because you can't trust that this fool won't try nothing to you, do something to you. So you got to put him out of commission for the rest of the night. Whether you got to beat him down, break his hands, break his arms, whatever you got to do to put him out of commission just so you can get a good night's sleep. That's just the rules in prison, people. It is what it is. Now, when Larry walked in that cell and those doors clanked behind him, first thing, immediately, Cloudkicker jumped off that bunk, y'all. And he ready. Shirt off, ready to go. He like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this a long time. You're like, hey, man, look, man, listen, let's talk. Let's just talk real quick. What you doing ain't right, man. Let's just talk. And in the middle of Larry trying to plead his way out of it, Cloudkicker done hit him with a stiff jab right to the jaw. Bang! Shut up! Ain't no more talking. You said when the door's locked, it's on, right? You said it's on, right? Now he like, oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, I'm just trying to reason with you, man. I'm just trying to talk to you, man. We ain't got to do all this. Bang! Shut up! Bang! And he's beating Larry's ass. One hitter quitters. But Larry's still standing. Mind you, Larry is like 200 plus pounds. He ain't no slouch. So, he like, throw your hands up. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. And the whole time, Larry's just over there getting wailed on. Oh, man, come on. You gotta let me talk to you, man. Come on, chill. Now, this time, Cloudkicker ain't trying to hear none of it. He hit him with a roundhouse. Wow! Hit him in the chest, backed him up to the wall. And he like, oh, Larry, like, oh shit, they was right. You want some other shit? You know that karate, that capoeira? I can't breathe. Next kick came flying to Larry's left temple. Boom! Spent him around like a ceiling fan. Boom! Hit the floor. Now Larry all dizzy. He trying to get back up. And he's stumbling. And somehow he make it back up to his feet. Well, y'all, Cloudkicker delivered a third blow. A roundhouse. Supposedly, from what they said in the cells right across that could look right in and see the whole fight go down, they said it looked like Ken or Ryu did a roundhouse. Like that's how long he was in the air. In that little bit of space. That's how many times he got popped in the face. Kicked in the face. Bap, 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 bap. Before he hit the ground. Spent him around, y'all. Over. Larry left hands was done. And now, supposedly, y'all, Cloudkicker took things just a little bit further, y'all. He took things just a little bit further. Because supposedly, he likes to play with his opponent's minds once he knocks them out and they have no idea of what's going on. Now, Cloudkicker himself is not a bandit. He's never been a bandit, to our knowledge. He has some questionable ways about him, though, people. But it has never been proven that he's taken anything or that he's a bandit. But what he does take is your mental stability. Cloudkicker supposedly threw Larry on that bottom bunk, pulled his pants down, threw a whole bunch of Vaseline in his crack, and stuck his whole fist where it don't belong. Y'all heard me. Right up his you-know-what. Bow! He literally fist banged him. And now I know y'all like, well, what kind of gay shit is that, man? What kind of activity is that if he ain't a bandit? Supposedly, and this is only supposedly, allegedly, Cloudkicker, he got great pleasure in making his opponents think he knocked them out and took their behind from him. Yeah. And being that there was normally no one there to verify whether he took it or not, they would have to go through the rest of their prison sentence bearing that. They would always think the reason they woke up sore in the behind was because Kid Cloudkicker took their ass while they was knocked out. Now, whether or not he ever did was a mystery. But the majority of times, people say they think he only fisted them. And he's only lying to make them believe that. And now, psychologically, that's a lot to live with. Even thinking that some big burly dude took advantage of you while you was knocked out. And you wake up with your behind sore. I mean sore, hurting from having a whole fist up there. I imagine Cloudkicker's fist was probably double the size of mine, people. So imagine having a full Hulk monster fist. Bow! Right up the keister. Well, y'all, that is the mayhem that Cloudkicker was into. So, don't tell me that horrible things don't and can't go down in prison. For all you guys out there saying prison is boring and things don't happen in prison and nothing like that happens, don't nobody get nothing taken from them, y'all know y'all lying. Y'all lying through y'all teeth and y'all want somebody to believe it, but I'm here to expose the truth that these booty bandits do exist. And they will take something from you if you don't keep your eyes open. And even if you do keep your eyes open, people, if you're not in a strong enough network, you just fresh fish food. Fresh meat for the pond. Yeah. That little poker that Larry had in his pocket, he tried to pull it out and use it. And he got it smacked right out of his little hand. See, you can't send a boy to do a man's job. Only a man can beat another man. So if you ain't fit to defend yourself and your manhood in prison, I got a simple solution. Don't go to prison. If you know you gonna get punked out, stay your punk ass home. And that's all I got for y'all today, people. That's all I got. That's gonna be the end of this story, people. Larry Left Hands ended up, well, let's just say, he ended up very, very sore and wondering what happened to him that night. Look, y'all, get in the comment box. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe this video. Let other people know who got that fire. This was the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I'd appreciate it if you hyped the video. And with that, I'm going to get on up out of here. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.
It's JS Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim or the butt of a joke. Don't close both eyes when you sleep or get choked. When you go to the mess hall, sit with your team, cause if you sit with some punk boy, you can get seen, then you can get dealt with. Prison justice like you never felt it. I be taking y'all back to stories of the helpless. That lava I spit, get your boy stories melted. I spit about prison justice cause I dealt it. And you a real hater if you can't respect it. All that bullshit, yeah, I'm here to check that. Any confrontation, I'ma show up. Bet that. You a real hater, I'm here to